So, once again, good morning, everybody. Nice to see you again. Jonathan, how was your day yesterday?
Yesterday was a really hard day because I had to wake up at the 3 a.m. to work.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, it was a really difficult day.
Okay. What about you, Paulina? You're at home already, right? You come back
Yeah,
home.
yeah. Yesterday was a very nice day, I think, because I was in my university. I received the conference and later arrived my home, go to the gym and return, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's awesome. You did a lot of things. Awesome, guys. So, okay, Paulina, do you remember what we started yesterday?
Yeah, like illness. Uh, I remember that.
Okay, we studied illness, accident, and treatment, right?
Yeah.
That was the most of the class. That was just
Mhm.
vocabulary, right? But at the end, we studied something else. Do you remember?
Related to
Okay,
cause.
relative clauses. So let's check. Okay, guys, tomorrow there's class normally, right? We have class tomorrow normally. Okay, awesome. Because some students were asking about the classes for tomorrow. So I'm going to share the presentation. So, Jonathan. Yesterday we studied about illness, accident, and treatments. You can check it in this presentation that is uploaded in the platform. And we started to talk about this new topic, grammar topic, relative clauses. So let's do a review of this before to continue. And it's missing to practice. So relative clauses. Okay, we have two kinds, defining relative clauses and non-defining relative clauses. So, defining relative clauses, explanation, give essential information, here this is important, essential information about the noun, without, it isn't, without it. The sentences would be incomplete or unclear, right? It means we need to give this information. For example, the boy who is wearing a red shirt is my brother. So we need to say this. This is important. This is essential to be clear, to be specific. The boy, which one? The one who is wearing a red shirt, right? Is my brother. I have a friend who lives in Canada. I have many friends, so which friend are you talking about? The one who lives in Canada, right? This information is important to be clear, to understand. Okay, non-defining relative clauses give extra information, not essential information. It is separated by commas. So, for example, my brother, comma, who is a doctor, work in New York, but I can say and just my brother works in New York. This is not essential, right? You said it because you can give more information, but it's not important. It's not essential. Paris, which is in French, is very beautiful. You can say just Paris is very beautiful, right? But as you want to give extra information, you use a non-defining relative clause. Do you notice the difference, Jonathan and Paulina?
Yeah, I
Jonathan.
got it.
Yes, okay, thank you so much. So, and remember here we use comma, right? After the noun, comma, we use the noun defining relative clause and then the rest of the information. So, what kind of relative clause we have, or which are who, used for people, subject or object, the girl who won the race, which were the one who won the race is my cousin, right? Who, quién. He's the teacher who helped me. ¿Quién me ayudó? Who? People. Which? Used for things or animals. The book which I borrowed, el libro, el cual presté, was very interesting. That dog which barks a lot, right? Ese es el perro, el cual ladra mucho. El cual, which, right? In this case, el cual. That can replace who or which. The movie that we watched was great. So instead of, we can say the movie which we watched was great, but instead of that, we can use that. In this case means que la película que nosotros vimos fue grandiosa. She is the woman who called you yesterday, but instead of saying who, you can use that. That you called yesterday, okay? So you can use who, which, or you can replace it by that. Both are correct. And notice, guys, this is just defining clause, right? All of these sentences, you can use that in non-defining. This is defining clause, okay? It is clear. Okay, thank you so
Yeah.
much. Let me check if someone else have arrived. It's weird, it's missing Enrique and Javier. Okay, no. So let's continue. So then we have whose shows possession for people or thing. That's the boy whose father is a doctor. Read a book whose cover is blue. Cuyo, right? In this case, ese es el chico cuyo padre es un doctor y lee el libro cuya cubierta es azul. Cuyo o cuya, in this case, whose possession. Where refers to place, right? This is the house where I was born. Do you know a restaurant where we can eat sushi? Refers to places. When refers to time and remember the day when we met. Summer is the season when we go on vacation. So far, so good, right? This is easy. This is kind of easy, right? So let's check again. Some rules. Non-defining relative clauses. We use non-defining relative clauses to add extra information about something or someone. Commas separate these clauses from the rest of the sentences. So be careful with the commas. We can use that to begin a non-defining relative clause. Okay. So let's complete this. It says, defining relative clauses. We use defining relative clauses to give essential information about something or about someone or something we are talking about. So we use that and for people. And what? Which other?
Which?
Or
No,
who?
Who?
who? Yeah, who?
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. We use and for things. Which one?
Which?
Which? That's right. And Jonathan, was the other one? Remember, we can replace which for.
I only remember which.
Okay, we can replace which for that, right?
Okay.
We can replace who and which for that. Okay, thank you. For time, Jonathan.
When?
When? Good job. Well done. Places, Paulina.
Where?
Where? Easy, right? And possession, Jonathan.
I don't remember positions. I don't know.
Whose? Cuyo.
Who's?
Okay.
Cuyo?
So far so good. So let's check it again. To talk about people, we use that or who. For things, we use that or which. For time, we use when. For places, we use where. And for possession, we use whose. Notice that most of them are WH questions, right? So it is easy. Look at them, try to memorize, and then we can continue. Okay? Ready, Jonathan?
Yeah, I took up a screenshot.
Okay, thank you so much. That's awesome. Let's continue. So now we're going to mix this topic with sport. So read the text about sport injuries and choose the correct relative pronouns in italics. So Most people which or that do regular sport are healthier. Paulina, what do you think? You need to choose between which of that.
Most people that do regular sport.
That do regular sport are healthier. Okay, Jonathan, could you continue reading? Jonathan, you have to turn on your microphone, please.
Okay, okay.
Thank you so much.
And often feel happier than uh, than who
We're talking about
than
people.
those uh, was do little or not exercise.
Those who, because those refers to people, right? Who do the little or no exercise. Thank you so much. Paulina, could you continue, please?
Care must be taken though to avoid the injuries. When sports can sometimes cause
When? Are you sure?
which sport can something no yeah which injuries which sport can something cause.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Jonathan, do you know the meaning of injuries?
Mm, No, I'm not. I'm not. I
Como
don't know.
heridas, lesiones. Okay?
Okay.
So remember, in this case, we're talking about injuries, a thing. So we use which. That's why we use which. If you have any question, please let me know. No worries. Okay, Jonathan, continue, please.
Okay. People who run or do the long jump, for instance, often injure themselves um, when they don't warm on properly. Yeah.
Yes, good
Okay.
job. This is time when they don't warm up properly. Do you know the meaning of warm up?
No.
Calentamiento.
Calentamiento. Okay.
Entonces, cuando no hacen un buen calentamiento, tienden a lesionarse, right? So, Paulina, continue, please.
Training um, that involve doing the same exercise again and again can cause serious damage, particular, particularly to athletes
Athletes.
in the athletes in their team.
Okay, Jonathan, could you choose the correct option and continue reading, please?
Okay. Is whose bodies are still developing. Uh,
Yes, you're right.
Continue.
Yes,
Continue.
please. Sí,
Okay.
yes.
It is important not to do much the sun.
Mhm.
Continue.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Until the next
Everyone,
choose.
should warm up before they begin, if possible, in the place.
Okay, Paulina. Where? Thank
Where
you so much. And
they
can you?
are going to exercise, it is important for people to follow any safety advice.
Okay, and Jonathan, could you choose the last option?
Okay. Safety advice when no, yeah, is that they receive
That, because we're talking
that?
about
Okay.
advice. That's a noun. The song. Okay, what's the meaning of advice?
Consejo.
Consejo. So we have
Mr.
tell me.
Where is for places. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Jonathan, do you have any question?
No, no, no.
Okay.
I see the screenshot that
Okay. Awesome.
it's clear, it's clear.
Okay, thank you so much. So here, remember we have these two words. The difference is the C and the S. When you write advice with C, this refers to the noun, right? The noun, consejo. When you write with S, is the verb, aconsejar. Advice, advice. Okay, take in account. Good. So, Jonathan, could you tell us about the text? A short summary, please.
What you say, mister?
Could you make a short summary of the test? Un pequeño
Oh,
resumen.
oh. I was thinking about the answer. uh, Paulina could be first.
Okay, Paulina, could you
Oh my
try?
God.
In your own words. You can say in your own words, guys.
Solo diga que no puede, que me lanza la pelota a mí.
Es que no estaba concentrado entendiendo lo que estaba leyendo, sino la
Dije,
respuesta.
apágueme. A ver, es como algo en particular como los atletas o las personas que hacen ejercicio, según entendí, que deben mantener un buen calentamiento y evitar cualquier tipo de causas que pueda causar eh, hacer ejercicio, como, sí, algo así, creo que llegué a entender.
Okay, yes,
Eh,
you're right. So it's talk about the people who do exercise regularly, right? And the people that don't. So also it's talk about that people that do exercise need to do a warm up before to start doing because of for avoid injuries, right? Also talk about those young athletes that they be careful because their bodies are still developing. What else? It says that we need to be careful when we started just doing exercise because there are people that start doing a lot of exercise, too much, and that can damage our body. We need to start little by little, step by step. This is a process in which when you have some time doing this, you can start increasing the amount of exercise you do, right? It's talking about the importance of do exercise, how to do exercise, what kind of thing we should avoid to do when we do exercise, right? Okay, guys, thank you so much. Let's continue. So far, it's more or less clear relative clauses. So we have that, who, which, where, when, and whose, right? We use who and that for people, who and that. Okay, which and that for things, for nouns, things. We use when for time, when something happened. Where for a place, when we're talking about the places. Whose for possession, right? That's all. Okay, let's continue. Now, complete the sentences with where, which, when, who, whose, or that. Sometimes there's maybe ah, there's maybe more than one possibility answer, right? So, number one, as an example, the TV series which or that stars tonight is about doctors. Number two, Jonathan, please.
Okay, um, people who swim a lot are usually quite fit.
Who, and there's another option. Which one? Which one?
Who and whose
Remember, whose is possession.
possessions? Okay,
We can replace who for instead of who we can use
that
that. Okay.
that. Okay, Jonathan, thank you so much. Well done. Paulina, number three, please.
this is the park which I feel over.
Which a park is a place.
Ah, where
Thank you so much, Paulina. Let's highlight this. Okay, here the clue is people, right? Here the clue is TV series is a thing.
by
Here
the way,
the clue is
the park, it's not could be a thing, right? It's only like a place.
could be, but it's a word
Depends the context, right?
which okay, you can say also which. Let's type the two option where I fall in love, which I fall in love. Okay, I'm sorry, I fell over and injured. Okay, you're specifying which park. Okay, number four, Jonathan.
I had a horrible cough. Could be death, maybe
That or
death or which.
which. Thank you so much. Okay, so here the clue is cook, right? Thank you so much. Toast. Now, number five, Paulina, please.
Elena has a brother whose name is Ryan.
Awesome. Possession. Oh, so this is my part. Here we don't talk about brother's is name. The important here is name, right? So it's whose. Good job. And the last one, Jonathan. You're on fire, guys. You got
Okay,
it.
winter is a time when many people get the flu.
When. Okay,
Mister,
winter,
what is the meaning of flu?
como resfriado.
Okay.
Okay, winter is a time. You you got it, guys. You're on fire. That's good. Let's continue. This topic is easy. Now, choose the correct relative pronoun, right? Fill in the blanks with who, which, that, whose, where, or when. So, number one, Paulina, please.
This girl who won
Who?
the singing competition.
Thank you so much. That's correct. But how about you, Jonathan? Number two,
The book that you lent me was very interesting.
that you lend me, or you can also say it, which you lend me. Okay, awesome, Jonathan. Paulina,
That's the man. That's the man.
man.
Man. Um, it's talking about the car.
It's talking about the man.
Okay. Whose? Who?
Who? Okay.
Who?
Because it says, give me a moment. It says, ese es el hombre quien, ok, robó el carro la noche pasada. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Paulina. Okay, next one. Jonathan, please.
I love the place where we spent our vacation.
Where? Okay, that's correct. The place. Okay, awesome, Jonathan. Paulina, please.
Do you remember the day which we first met?
Do you remember the day? I'm sorry.
Which?
Day,
That?
time,
Where?
when.
When? When?
Okay, Paulina, I understand because they is also a noun, but you need to check the meaning. Is the meaning refer to time or to place? You use where or when, right? So in this
Okay.
case, do you remember the day when we first met? Cuando nos conocimos? Okay, thank you so much. And in this case, notice that this part of the sentences is in passive voice, right? And in passive voice, we don't care about who do the action. O sea, en passive voice no nos importa quién hizo la acción, pero al principio de la oración nos están mencionando un sujeto, ¿sí? Ese es el objeto, el carro es quien recibe la acción. Ese es el passive voice. Hablamos de quién recibe la acción, más no nos importa quién la hace. Pero en esta oración, pues miren que sí tenemos quién. ¿Quién fue el afectado, cierto? A él le robaron el carro. Entonces, the man who car was stolen last night. Esto es passive voice in past simple. Do you remember passive voice, Paulina? Okay, later on we can practice because it's a kind of difficult topic. Okay, but that's awesome. Okay, let's continue, Paulina, please. Ah, no, you did it. You already did it. Thank you so much. Jonathan, next one, please.
Okay, the cake which my mom baked is delicious.
You're right. Awesome, Jonathan. You're on fire. Which? Okay, Paulina, next one. You can do it.
She is the teacher who helped Me with my English.
Awesome. Good job. And the last one, Jonathan, please.
This is the house where I grew up.
This is the house.
It's not a place, it's where.
Where? You're right. I didn't understand, but you're right.
Okay.
Where I grew
Thanks.
up. Okay, awesome. Let's continue. Now, combine the sentences using relative clauses. Example, I met a woman. She's a doctor, right? There's two sentences. So I met a woman who is a doctor, right? It is clear? Okay, let's try. Paulina, please.
Um, that's our. I have a friend who lives in Spain.
That's all. Awesome. You just need to replace this pronoun for the relative pronoun. Okay, that's all. Easy. Well done, Paulina. Thank you so much. Next one, Jonathan, please.
The movie was great. Uh, the could be which maybe?
Which,
Which watched it last night maybe?
what do you think?
Um,
Mm,
could be we who maybe we which watched it last night maybe.
it- okay, let me think a while. The movie was great. We watched it last night. Okay, we need to change this.
Last night.
Okay, the movie that we watched last night was great in this case. That or which, as you said at the beginning, right? Okay, thank you, Jonathan. Well done. Paulina, next one.
Hmm. That is the boy whose father is a famous singer.
Whose father is a famous singer. Good job. Thank you so much, Paulina. That's awesome. Jonathan,
We visited a museum. It mm, maybe that had many old paintings.
for sure, you can say that or which, because you're talking about a thing, museum.
Okay.
So that or which, right? Because this it refers to museum as well. So that or which. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Paulina, next one, please.
He told me about a restaurant where we can eat sushi there.
Excuse me, could you repeat it?
She told me about a restaurant where we can eat sushi there.
Okay, awesome. Well done. Easy. Next one. Okay, now there's another exercise. Correct the mistakes. Each sentence has a mistake. Find and correct it. So, first one, Jonathan, please.
Okay. Does the man who held me and the mistake is which? Yeah.
Okay, who helped me? Thank you so much. Paulina, next one, please.
He met a girl who speak 5 languages.
Who speak? Thank you so much. Awesome. Jonathan, next one.
Do you think? Do you know the time when the train arrives?
When? Time? When? Good job. You got it. You're on fire. When? Awesome. Next one, Paulina, please.
This is the house where I was born.
Where I was born. Thank you so much. Where I was born. And the last one, Jonathan, please.
The car which is parked outside is mine.
The car which is born. Which or that, right?
Or that, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So far, do you have any question? Okay, thank you so much. So, let's continue. But before to continue, I'm going to take the attendance this time. So if you want, you can smile from the screenshot. Thank you so much. Nice smiling. Mm, Thank you so much. So let's continue. Now we have our reading exercise. So please, Paulina, read story number one. And as always, it has some mistakes, so we need to identify. So go ahead, please.
Okay, I'm back.
No worries. I
Excuse
noticed.
me.
No worries.
Um, okay. The lost dog. There was a dog who ran away from home. It was a small brown dog which liked to
Like,
play in the park. One day, a boy whose name was Tom found the dog. He took the dog to his house where his mother gave it some food. The dog was very happy because it missed its home, but I didn't know they way back.
the
They
way.
way back.
Okay, thank you so much.
They way back. Tom's mother called the dog owner
Mhm.
that lived in the nearby house. They were so happy to find the dog again.
Okay. There's any
Mm,
mistake?
yeah, there was a dog who ran away from home. Could be that
Where? Here. Okay, the mistake
the
is in the relative clauses. So instead of who we say
could be that
that or which, right? We use
which
which for animals. Okay,
okay.
good.
And it was a small brown dog with
Which, okay, it's talking about the dog. That's correct. Like to play in the park. One day, a bull whose
a
name
boy whose name was Tom. It's okay because it's a
possession.
name.
Okay,
He took the dog to his house where his mother gave it some food. The dog was very happy because it missed its home, but I didn't know the way back. Tom's mother called the dog's owner that lived in
okay, that's
that.
possible. That's all right. Just one mistake. Okay, thank you so much. Let's continue. What about you, Jonathan? Could you do story number two, please?
Okay. The new teacher. A new teacher arrived at our school. She was very kind and friendly, and she taught
Dot.
taught us
Dash.
math. She is a teacher who lies us the most homework. Her class is fun, but sometimes it is hard. She is a teacher which always explains things clearly. She told us stories about the country where she grew up. We learned a lot about her, and we liked her very much.
So, what do you think? There's any mistake, Jonathan? I highlight the relative noun, the relative pronouns.
Okay, that trees was the only lo que estamos viendo cómo es.
Yes,
Estos son los únicos, ¿no? No hay
relative
más.
pronouns. This is the
Okay,
relative.
okay. Relative pronouns, yeah.
We're studying about relative clauses. To use
Okay,
relative clauses, we use relative pronouns, these ones.
okay.
So
The
just,
first, she's a teacher who lives is correct,
okay. Okay, the
and
first First. Instead of first,
Yeah,
first.
first, yeah, first, first.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. That's
Okay.
great.
Second, she's a teacher, which always explain. Uh, yeah, I think
Are you sure?
maybe who? She's
Who?
a teacher
For sure.
who,
That's the mistake. Who or that, right? In this case, who
yeah.
or that. And the last one,
And
what is
the last one, she told us stories about the country where she grew up, and it is correct.
correct. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Let's continue. Okay, number three, Paulina.
The family vacation. We went on a family vacation to beach, which was very beautiful. It was a small town where many people came to relax. We stayed in a hotel which was near the sea. The food in the restaurant was delicious, and we met a man whose daughter played on the beach every day. He told us the activities which we could do there, like snorkeling and surfing. We had a great time during the vacation.
So what do you think?
The beach, which was very beautiful. Yeah, could be which or that.
That
I
also.
think. It was a small town where many came to relax. That's right.
Yes.
We stayed in a hotel, which it's okay,
Yes, for sure.
right? And we met a man who or whose.
Whose because it's possession. Whose
Okay.
daughter? Su hija.
And the
Su
last
hija.
one about activities that
Or which.
we could
So there's no
that do.
mistake here. No worries about. All of them are correct. So, well done. Do you know the meaning of what is snorkeling?
It's like
Snorkeling.
this. Es como lo que van en el agua y van así como una cosa. No, no sé cómo explicar.
It's a kind of uh, Scooby-Doo. Let me show you. I'm going to present my Google. This is snorkeling. It's like a buceo, but not that too much deep, right? It's a okay.
Como
Okay.
bucear sin tanque, ¿no?
Yes, because it's in the surface. You don't go deep.
Mm.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I'm going to present again my presentation here. So I guess there's another story because it's supposed that we are for students. Okay. Jonathan, the next one, please.
Okay. Delivery adventure. Last week I went to delivery. I found a book that was very interesting. The book was about animals who live in the jungle.
Leave.
I learned
Leave.
yeah, yeah, who live in the jungle. I learned a lot of things I didn't know, like the animals which live in the trees. There was a man at delivery who'd help me uh, find more books. He's a librarian who loves animals. I plan to visit the library again soon.
So what do you think? There's any mistake, Jonathan?
Okay, the first one is correct.
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the second, uh, I was have a question. Uh, Animals and people is different to who?
Yes.
Okay, in this case could be which.
Which?
th- Yeah,
Nice.
The animals who, okay, and the third, the animals which life is correct
Okay.
again. And the last one, a delivery. Yeah, because it's talking about the man, a
Okay,
person.
that's correct.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. Well done, guys. You got it. Let's check. Okay, we have a listening practice, so let's do it. First of all, as always, let's read the question. So, Paulina, could you help us reading the question, please?
Question for practice. Where did Emma and James go today? Continue.
Yes, please, all of them. Thank you so much.
Who were the lions sleeping under the trees? What was the most interesting animal for Emma? Which animals did they see swimming in the water? What did they learn about in the zoo's special ex, ex,
Excited.
ex,
Excited, please. Excited, yes.
excited? And
Right, Paulina?
the last one, who helped them learn more about the animals?
Okay, give me a moment. I'm going to play since my phone because it sounds louder. So I'm going to move. Okay, I'm going to pause to stop this music. Are you ready for listen? So let's play.
Script 1. Planning a sports day. Paul. Hey, Lisa. Do you want to do something fun this weekend? Lisa. Sure. What do you have in mind? Paul. I was thinking we could
Okay,
go
I'm
cycling.
sorry. This is not the correct one. Let me check. I play another one. Sorry. So is this one relative clauses?
Emma, I had such a great.
Sorry. Is this one? My bad. I played the wrong one. Ready? Go.
Emma, I had such a great time today. The zoo where we went was amazing. The animals were so beautiful. James. Yes, it was a fun day. I really liked the lions who were sleeping under the trees. They looked so peaceful. Emma. I also loved the giraffes. They were so tall and had long necks, but the one that I liked the most was the baby giraffe. It was really cute. James. Oh, the one who was running around, right? I think it was playing with its mother. It was very playful. Emma. Exactly. And we saw the penguins, which were swimming in the water. I love how they move in the water. It's so funny. James. Yeah, me too. The zoo also had a special exhibit about endangered animals whose populations are decreasing. It was a bit sad, but it was also important to learn about it. Emma. That's true. And the guide who showed us around was very knowledgeable. I learned a lot from him. James. I agree. I'm glad we went to that zoo. It was a great experience.
So, guys, what do you think? Could you answer the question or should we listen one more time? Listen again. Again. Okay, no worries. Let's listen.
Emma, I had such a great time today. The zoo where we went was amazing. The animals were so beautiful. James. Yes, it was a fun day. I really liked the lions who were sleeping under the trees. They looked so peaceful. Emma. I also loved the giraffes. They were so tall and had long necks, but the one that I liked the most was the baby giraffe. It was really cute. James. Oh, the one who was running around, right? I think it was playing with its mother. It was very playful. Emma. Exactly. And we saw the penguins, which were swimming in the water. I love how they move in the water. It's so funny. James. Yeah, me too. The zoo also had a special exhibit about endangered animals whose populations are decreasing. It was a bit sad, but it was also important to learn about it. Emma. That's true. And the guide who showed us around was very knowledgeable. I learned a lot from him. James. I agree. I'm glad we went to that zoo. It was a great experience.
Okay, what about now? It's missing one more time, guys. Okay, let's do it, but this time let's check the scripts. So I'm going to open and share the scripts. No worries, listening is one of the hardest parts of learning English. So, give me a moment, this is going to drop some spaces. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. This one. So try to listen and read at the same time. Of course, and the idea is to understand, to better understand this short audio. So let's do it.
Emma, I had such a great time today. The zoo where we went was amazing. The animals were so beautiful. James, yes, it was a fun day. I really liked the lions who were sleeping under the trees. They looked so peaceful. Emma, I also loved the giraffes. They were so tall and had long necks, but the one that I liked the most was the baby giraffe. It was really cute. James, oh, the one who was running around, right? I think it was playing with its mother. It was very playful. Emma, exactly. And we saw the penguins, which were swimming in the water. I love how they move in the water. It's so funny. James, yeah, me too. The zoo also had a special exhibit about endangered animals whose populations are decreasing. It was a bit sad, but it was also important to learn about it. Emma, that's true. And the guide who showed us around was very knowledgeable. I learned a lot from him. James, I agree. I'm glad we went to that zoo. It was a great experience.
So let's try to answer the question now, guys. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again, last time. And this one. So, first question, Jonathan, please. Where did Emma and James go today? Jonathan, you need to turn on your microphone.
Yeah, again.
No worries.
To the zoo.
Okay, they went to the zoo, right?
They
Thank
went to
you
the
so
zoo,
much.
yeah.
So, Paulina, next one, but I think this question is wrong because if who were the lions sleeping under the tree? It should say who were sleeping under the tree, right? So the question already answered. Who were sleeping under the tree? The lions. Okay, the next one, Paulina.
What was the most interesting animal for Emma? The baby's giraffe.
The baby giraffe. Thank you so much. Well done. What about you, Jonathan? Next one.
Okay, which animals did they see swimming in the water? Was penguins.
Penguins. Okay, awesome. Good job. Next one, Paulina.
Yeah, what did they learn about in the zoo? A special X. I can't burn. I can't say
Let's do this. Let's listen. It's a kind of difficult word, right?
exhibit.
Let's listen.
Exhibit.
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 You can pronounce
Okay.
okay. Easy. There's no problem. Okay, Paulina, let's try. Do you remember?
And it was the special is the animals that is in the una palabra había engaged.
Endangered. Good job, Paulina. That's good. I'm going to type it on the chat. Endangered. Good
Endangered
job. That's awesome. Thank you so
population.
much. And the last one, Jonathan, please.
Okay, who helped them to learn more about the animals? Was the guide man.
The guide, man. Thank you so much. You did it awesome. So, guys, before to leave, remember the journey of a thousand words begin with a single sentence, ¿cierto? Entonces, el viaje de las 1000 palabras comienza con una sola oración. So, Paulina, could you bear with me a couple of minutes more? Paulina,
Of course.
thank you so much. Jonathan, thank you so much for coming. Today you was the first. Good job. Thank you so much. Take care and have a nice day. See you tomorrow.
You too, mister. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, Paulina, as you know, I have to stay with a student for 5 minutes more. All of you did it good, but let's practice a little bit more of this topic. So let me check
Okay.
for some exercises. Relative clauses. Practice. Okay. We can do like an exercise for our web page, and that's all. So let me check for a good one. Okay, this one. So I'm going to share again my screen here. So you have to choose the correct option to complete the sentence. So go ahead, Paulina.
Did you really understand that I told you?
Okay, thank you so much. Let's check.
That
We
or
should try another different because
what?
here we have what, right?
What? Yeah,
What.
I
You can
told you.
use the translation, right? What, ¿qué? Lo que yo te digo. Okay, let's try. Dr. Dean,
Mr. Dean, who had recently been fired,
thank you so much. Let's continue.
the victims must of what's the meaning of home?
Let's like a possession as well. Let's try that something different exercise because there's different clauses from we start. Okay, which that word? This one is the one we need. I'm sorry, Paulina. Let's do it. I have friends. Okay. I
Friend
have a friend, sorry.
who speaks four language,
Thank you so much. The internet is a place.
where you can get cheap technology products,
Thank you so much. Emails.
which advertise things are called spam.
Thank you so much. Do you know this? These
What
emails which advertise things are called spam. Do you know?
los correos
El de
que
publicidad.
la publicidad son spams.
I didn't know. Okay, good. Let's continue.
Tech, technophobia, technophobia is someone which is scared of technology.
Okay.
We
Okay.
should,
Try
or that,
again because remember, I'm sorry, trying to change it. Someone means alguien, right? This is a phobia. Technophobia. It's someone is scared of technology.
okay,
So you use
that.
that. Thank you so much. Or who, right? In this case, that. Thank you so much, Paulina. Let's continue.
We should only buy products that can be recycled.
Yes, you're right. Well done. Number 6.
That's the shop which I bought those shoes.
Are you sure about that? It's a
Yes.
place where
Where?
because it's a place where you
Sure.
did something, right? You bought
Okay.
those shoes. Okay, thank you so much. Number 7.
I can find the city that I borrowed from you.
Okay, borrowed from you. Thank you so much. And number 8.
Do you remember the park where we meet?
Where we meet. Thank you so much. Number 9.
There were 3 people at the party.
We're talking about people, right? 3 people. So,
Who?
good. Thank you so much. Okay, who or we can say that they mean. I think both should be correct. Let's try with who, and then we can check it. And
I want to see the film which everybody is talking about.
okay, let's check. And good job, Paulina. Thank you so much for coming. See you tomorrow. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Manage, Mr. C. Tomorrow we have classes,
Yes,
right?
for sure.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Bye.
Bye. Thank you too.